You have reached the answer phone of Theresa May. I can't come to the phone right now, as I'm hiding inside a stable.
Prime Minister, David Davis, your Brexit Bulldog here. Was up early this morning to head back to Brussels to battle to slay the EU dragons. Had a few minutes to kill, so popped into duty free. The master negotiator only spies a giant Toblerone. I'll give you £5 for it, not a penny more, I said. And the assistant starts blathering on something about it only costing £2, but I wasn't budging. Stood me ground and I got it for £5. Well done me. Trouble was, all this master negotiating meant I was late for my flight. I rushed to the gate, and the ground staff were all, Wait, Mr. Davis, sir, this is the wrong flight. Ha-ha! Brexit Bulldog coming through, I barked at them. Leave means leave. Up the gangplank, quick, smart, and on board just as it took off. Anyway, long story short, I've ended up in Vegas. I've just got married to a hooker called Sapphire. She's taken my wallet and my clothes and stuck my Toblerone up my arse. Please send money and anusol. Brexit Bulldog out.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Brexit Bulldog here, Prime Minister. I've had a few setbacks, but I've got Vegas in the palm of my hand. Well, I did until I put the Isle of Man on red. Bloody roulette. Anyway, you know me, always bounce back from a setback, so I doubled down. I won't bore you with all the details, PM, but do I have permission to put the Shetlands up as collateral? Long story short, I'm being dragged into the back office to meet their boss, Tony the Sledgehammer Marinaro. Oh, you'd be proud of me, Prime Minister. Brexit Bulldog wasn't going to be intimidated by a load of swarthy characters with knuckle dusters. The master negotiator swung into action. I've negotiated a deal to stop them killing me. The mafia are very interested in entering into a power-sharing agreement. They are Catholics. I hope that doesn't queer the pitch. Oh, and they would insist on Benny the Weasel being Home Secretary. That's a win in my book. Anyway, long story short, I made a disparaging remark about someone's mum, and I'm in the trunk of a Lincoln convertible being driven out into the desert. Please help me, Prime Minister. My hands are tied, literally, with chicken wire. Brexit Bulldog out.
Hello, you have reached the phone of President de la République, Emmanuel Macron.
Emmanuel, hon, it's the Govester here. Michel Le Gove. Now, you know, I'm le dernier person to stir up murd, but I was just talking to the head of our fishermen. Have you met Captain Birdseye? Anyway, I was talking to him about whether it would be okay for the French to keep fishing in our waters post-Brexit, and I probably shouldn't say this, but he was like, no way, we hate the French, they steal all our British fish. And I was like, but their new president's not that bad, right? And he was like, actually, he's really weird, and he looks like someone who works in a genius bar who impersonates Napoleon in his spare time. And I was like, that's kind of true, but really rude. Anyway, we should definitely meet up soon. There's a bistro that's just opened by me. Apparently you have to try the coq au vin. Toodles, Legovich, out. Mwah.